Greetings and salutations, my friends. Welcome to my final Premiership guide. Today we are looking at West Ham. I'm sorry, West Ham fans, alphabetically you're last. That's the only reason why you're last. I've actually been looking forward to doing this one. So, in these team guides, if you haven't seen one before, we're going to look at the philosophies of the club, what they expect you to achieve this season, transfer budgets, wage budgets, quick look at the staff to see any improvements needed there, go through the team report and have a look at that, and then also look through, obviously West Ham has got a history of producing some great youngsters through their academy, so hopefully we can find a couple more gems in there. And then we're going to look through the squad as a whole, talk about the positions, where that we need to strengthen, what players we could possibly sell to get a bit of money in, and also, a basic tactics to start off the game with. So, West Ham have hired me, and they want me to play attacking football and develop players using the club's youth system. Well, both of those things I do anyway, so I'm quite happy with that. So the board expect us to achieve, I'm hoping they just say mid-table. Don't say Europa League, that would be awkward. Top half, okay, I'll take it. Top half, we'll go in between. FA Cup, 5th round, League Cup, they don't care about. And then obviously you got the Europa League this season, so that's really nice. Is that they reached the playoff of the Euro Cup. That's really easy, and that's like the first bit, isn't it? That should do that. I know real life they struggled, but yeah, all good. Okay, so how much money are they going to give us? Ooh, that's not nice, is it? Why you do this, West Ham? Only £6 million and only £43,000 a week in wages. Okay, and they're also going to give us 80% of the transfer revenue. It's not great. It's one of the lowest in the Premiership, to be honest. Let's hope we just don't need to buy any players. Next up, we're going to look for a quick look at the staff report to see what we need to work on. The coaching team is okay. It's just below average in the Premiership. To be honest, I'd probably just leave it for the season, and then when all the contracts are running out, I'd then replace with better staff. But that's obviously up to you. The scouting staff, however, needs a ton of hires. You can get another 10, 12 scouts in the team. Also, the medical staff needs strengthening. On to the team report. I won't go through it in detail, but if you want to pause and check it out, do so now. And now. Okay, done it. Good. Right. Now, on to the under-18s. Come on. Surely, we're West Ham. We've got to have some good young talent. No. Domingos Quina, it's a good name. 16 years old Portuguese. Oh, my alarm's going off. 16-year-old Portuguese player, decent determination. He could be all right. He's never going to be a world beater, is he? Okay, under 23s. Okay, we know most of us, I think, have heard of Reece Oxford now. Potential to be a very good player. 17 years old, centre back. Because he's so young, you can choose how you want him to develop, really. He's a pretty well-rounded player. You could, train him to become a centre-back as his natural position. You could also go ball-winning midfielder. He's got the potential to be a decent defensive midfielder. So that, but pick one early and then start training him for that. I'll let you go through the others because there might be some other sort of decent players in there. Obviously, Enna Valencia starts out on loan, who's a big sort of player, and he does score a lot of goals in a lot of FMs I've seen him scoring a ton. So, very surprised he went off on loan. Decent player when he comes back, so that'd be nice. We'll probably forget about him in the next season, but oh shit, I forgot, we've got Enna Valencia. Right, here we go, here's the big one. Let's look at the team as a whole, go through it and see where we can improve on. Obviously, not much money, so we're probably going to have to sell to buy, really. So in goal, we've got Darren Randolph as our backup keeper, and he's fine as a backup goalkeeper. He's on a nice cheap wage, which is always nice. Our main man is Adrian. I think he's a decent goalkeeper. I think a little bit underrated in this game, but he's still a solid goalkeeper. It might be something you look at in the next season or two to upgrade. As for right backs, we've got Arbeloa, the Liverpool and Real Madrid legend. It's weird. It felt like it was longer than 3 seasons at Liverpool. But, yeah, solid. Experience-wise, amazing. Get him tutoring one of your youngsters because he's got sensational stats. And he's very good in the game. Plays on the right-hand side. Can play it on the left, but I don't really like playing a right-footed player on the left at full-back position. His physical's going to drop pretty quick. He's only got a year deal. but he's going to be decent for a year. And then we've got Sam Barham, obviously the Leeds youngsters in FM17. You'll know if you've watched my Leeds career that this guy was the assist king of the world. Really, really good young English player. Think he can be quality. So I think Arbeloa and Sam Barham can do a really good job there. So at left back, we've got Aaron Cresswell, who starts 6 months out, which is painful because he's a very, very good player. And Arthur Masuaku, 22-year-old French player. Very good. I think he's an able deputy for Cresswell. I think he'll provide some good competition. So very strong at fullback positions. Happy with that. Right, new signing at centre-back, Winston Reid. Absolutely solid centre-back. Maybe a little bit underrated in this game. I think he could, I think he can top a couple of those attributes. 27 years old, coming into his prime now. Why did we say we signed him? We didn't sign him, did we? I'm thinking of somebody else. Who am I thinking of? Oh, the Swansea guy. Ashley Williams. I'm thinking of Ashley Williams. No, black people don't all look alike. All right, get your minds out. Yeah. So, Winston Reid, moving on swiftly. Just one of the best players at the club. Simple as that. First choice centre-back. Then we've got Harvey Ed Nordfeldt. I don't know why I put the accent on for that. But he's a defensive midfielder. We're going to look at him as in a centre-back role. Heading only 10, which is going to be the issue. Can fill in if need be. But then we've got Angelo Ogbonna. Looks pretty solid. Yeah, very happy with that. So we've got 3 decent centre-backs and somebody that can help out. So maybe I might get a lone player in just to give me extra cover. Maybe not a first choice, but just somebody that can provide a bit more cover if we have injuries. Full-back positions I'm very, very happy with. Let's look at central midfield. Now, you can 100% say that this is a West Ham legend. Marky Noble, look at that. He loves it. He loves the Hammers, and he had a very good season last season. He should have been in the England team, but he doesn't play for Man United, so obviously he's not. So that's my reckoning. 3-star current ability, 3-star potential. He's at the peak of his career. He's a solid playmaker option. Captain fantastic. 20 teamwork, 18 leadership, work rate's 18. Yeah, just superb player. Underrated in this game, I feel. Then we got Kayute, who's a defensive midfielder, really solid, really good player, 26 years old. It's nice, we've not got too many old players, which I like. Then we've got Pedro Obiang, who is a I'd say Mark Noble's deputy. Plenty of game time though, he's going to be a very good player. And then we've got, as for central midfielder options, we've got Lanzini, who can play at centre midfield, or he can play behind the striker, or he can play on both wings, or he can even poke his head up front, but probably not. But very, very good player. As for other wing options, so central midfield, a little bit weak. If you're going to play, 2 or 3 central midfielders, we might need an extra one. Okay, so wingers, we've got Feguli, which is a great name. You get bonus points for good names. And he's an out-and-out right winger, loads of pace, good at crossing. Simple as that, really. Very good player. Andre Ayew, which is a surprise purchase for me. He cost a lot of money, didn't he? I'm not sure if he's worth £20 million. 1 in 3 for Swansea last season. In game terms, he's a very good player. It says he's a left winger. The right inside forward position looks, to me, his role, or up front. I think he might be a little bit wasted at left midfield, but if we don't have other players, then that's fine. Antonio, 26 years old, really another good player, another player that should have get called up to the England squad more often. Really solid, out-and-out winger, I believe. His technicals aren't fantastic, but, they'll do quite nicely. Then we've got Gökhan Töre on loan from Besiktas, who is another winger on the right-hand side. 2-footed though, so that's really nice. So a good squad player to have. Have him on the bench. Have him as an impact player. Fill in both sides. Then we've got Jonathan Colletti, who is our first striker option, and he's okay. He's going to improve. He's only 22. Don't think he's ever going to be a world beater, but not too bad. And then some guy called Dimitri Payet. Yeah, I've not heard of him, but apparently he's quite good. Yeah, he's a bit good. My friends bought him and in their, was it Liverpool save, I think it was, and he was just amazing. Yeah, obviously, wherever he wants to play, you play him. You just let him, he'll just tell you where he's going to play, and that's what you do. Then we've got big Andy Carroll. We know him, we love him. As a Liverpool fan, I'm saying that. 35 million. Really good player, but very injury prone. Obviously a big target man. Then we got Zaza. All I know about this guy is that fucking penalty in the Euros where he did that little stutter step thing for about 10 minutes before he fluffed his penalty. And they only brought him on to take a penalty. Brilliant. But in the game, on loan from Juventus, very, very good striker. And then we got Diafra Sakho, who looks like he's starts transfer listed. Is wanted. You could maybe this is where we get our money. There's lots of teams that want him. If we can get 20 million for him, that's not too bad. I'm probably only going to play one up front. So let's talk about tactics and then we can sort of talk roughly. I'm going to play. I hate when the game does this. It actually picks the sort of rough formation that I want to play. I'm going to play that, and I'm going to play Dimi Payet. Probably in this role, whatever role you wish to use him as. I'm going to play Zaza probably as my first choice, but then as a sort of plan B is that I can bring on Andy Carroll if he's ever fit as a target man, switch maybe these inside forwards if we're using them to wingers and get the balls in. It gives us a good sort of plan B, which I really like. And obviously Marky Noble marshalling that central midfield. As for strengthening, we've not got much money, but assuming we sell Sakho and we've got 20 million to spend, then I might look to. I went through James Collins, didn't I? Did I show you James Collins? I'm having a brain fart. I might look to get another central defender. I might spend money on a decent young central defender or just loan one in. Central midfield is okay if we're only using two, but maybe we probably do need another central midfielder unless we're going to play Lanzini back there. But it's kind of wasted a little bit back there. There you go, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please do like and subscribe to the channel for lots more guides and goodness and let's plays and random shit. Yeah, simple as that, really. That's the Premiership is officially done. I have recorded all 20 teams. Thank fuck for that. It's not ending. I will do more team guides for FM. I'm just going to sort of pick and choose now. I'm not going to do a whole league. I might do some championship clubs and then maybe do some abroad. But let me know in the comments if there's any particular clubs you want me to check out, and I will do so. And also let me know if you're starting a West Ham career save, what you're doing so far. Transfers you've made, sales you made. I'd like to be interested to know if you just sold Sakho or kept him on at the club. He's a decent player. So there you go, guys. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.